This homepage design won Erik Portillo $500 this month. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through Erik's design as well as our other 3 winners of the August Web Design Challenge inside of Paint Pro. Now, Paint Pro is a private community and training platform specifically for web designers where we have monthly trainings, we share resources, and one of the funnest parts is our monthly design challenge where if you win, first place gets $500 and this sweet trophy. Second place wins $250, third place wins $150, and the honorable mention wins $50. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the winners of last month's challenge, talking to you about what they did well, why they were chosen as winners, and then at the end of this video, I'll talk to you about what you need to do to be able to participate in next month's challenge. So let's get into it. Before I share with you the winning designs from this competition, I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek at the website that all of our competitors reworked in this competition. This is Boise Cascade. This is an incredible company. I've only heard good things about them. And when we found their website, we thought this would be an awesome site to rework. It's a very basic site, not a whole lot of content. But regardless of that, we thought this would be a great practice exercise to do within our community. Again, it's important to acknowledge that we are not hired by Boise Cascade. We are not affiliated with them. This is purely a practice exercise. So let's get into the winners. First, let's talk about the honorable mention, which was won by Alexandru, Gabriel, Ion. Now, I really loved this design because I felt that it was more unique and different than anything else that was submitted. The design, the layout, the structure, everything really caught my attention at first. And I knew right off the bat that this was going to be one of our winners. Now, the first thing that I love about this design is the very unique layout that was used for the hero section. You can see that this is not just your standard left-right layout or centered layout, but what he's done is he's put content to the left with kind of a taller, more portrait image, and then on the far right side, we've got a couple of details and reviews. And so I really like the way that this was done. And I think the thing that makes it work is all of the overlapping elements. So you can see that the header overlaps the image as well as the watch video button. And then here on the right side, the testimonial stars overlap that image as well. And then this main image is kind of flooding or overflowing down into the next section, which ties everything together. Now, the other thing that I think was done really well was this use of the lime green gradient. It's very unique. While it might not have been perfect for the rugged look that we were going for with this company, Boise Cascade, I think that it is done really tastefully, and I really liked everything else that was done in the sections that followed using that gradient. Very standard and clean layout, very trustworthy. Overall, I really loved this design. So next, I want to talk about our third place winner, which was Harsh Makwana. Now, this design does a very great job, first and foremost, with these badges up top. I love the gold look of those badges on a darker background. I think immediately it establishes trust. And at the end of the day, that was the ultimate goal of this design challenge. And so very well done. Again, I really like the dark background. I think it pulls your attention towards the header and then our main call to action button, which is get a project bid. The overlapping centered video, I think, also does a really awesome job. And this checks all of the boxes for what we wanted to accomplish in this. We wanted to establish trust. We wanted to drive people towards our call to action. And then we wanted to essentially build awareness, which this video does. Now, as I scroll down, I think this is a really unique way to show a lot of different images without overwhelming. And then I do like this content section here, which also highlights the 5-star reviews. And then we're also using a couple different colored backgrounds, which again is unique. It makes it not feel so much like a template where everything is just a white background and left-right orientation. So overall, I was a really big fan of this. I think at the end of the day, simplicity always wins. And I think Harsh really went after that simplistic feel. And then he made a couple unique and slight design adjustments that really took this thing through the finish line and kind of took it to the next level. So overall, great job. So now let's talk about our second place winner, who is Randy Barias. Now, this is a design that I really, really liked. You can see up here in the hero section, one of the things that really makes this one stand out is the use of this very bold and extra large text. It goes across the entire hero section. A really fun use of this, pulling the image down below and making that main header the primary focus of our hero section. The other thing that I really love, and this is something that we've been doing in a lot of our websites, is using different colors, whether that's a font color or a background color, to highlight the most important parts of a content section. And I love that he highlighted most durable. This portrays reliability, it portrays quality. So overall, really nicely done. I did also like the use of this orange color. This is a secondary brand color, and I thought it was interesting that he went with this as the main color for the entire website, and then went and made the logo and everything else just black and white. So a really unique take on this. Overall, I was really satisfied with this design. The other thing that really caught my attention was these hover sections that use this background texture that's kind of like a wood grain texture. Really, really cool. And then in this design, he illustrated what it looks like when you hover over this. It pops up an arrow letting you know that this is something that's clickable, and then also a small content or text section here. As you scroll down, you can see that everything else is a very standard layout, but really nicely done, switching up between the white background and the light gray background. I love this watermark of the logo used here to kind of draw your attention towards the statistics that were part of the content brief. And then a nice use of images. The final thing that I really loved about this was this very clean and unique testimonial slider. You can see that it's got the arrows here, and as you click that, that's going to slide and show an additional testimonial. So overall, very nicely done. I loved these three winners, so the honorable mention, third place, and second place. And as a reminder, these three people won $50 for honorable mention, $150 for third place, and $250 for second place. All of these were paid out immediately via PayPal or Venmo. And then, of course, it's now time to talk about our first place winner. Our first place winner was Erik Portillo. And as the first place winner and the winner of our very first design competition, Erik was awarded $500 as well as our design trophy, which is right here if you can see this. It's a really cool gold trophy that all of our first place winners are going to get, that will have your name engraved as well as the month that you won. So congrats, Erik. I want to pull up his design because I think that this one just did a really great job of accomplishing everything that we requested in the design brief. So the first thing that you're going to notice is a very good use of all of the brand colors. Now you'll notice that the lime green color that is used by Boise Cascade can seem a little bit childish, so I really liked that Erik used this sparingly for the logo and the most important calls to action. This is done very nicely in the hero section. Now the thing that I love most about this hero section is it's using this background image, which typically I don't recommend, but this is done very tastefully where even though the image is set as a background, the most important focus of this image is the worker right here, which is set off to the right. This makes it very easy to put text and buttons over the left side because you're not covering anything important. Now, in this hero section, Erik's doing a really good job of capitalizing on this prime real estate because we have to remember that the hero section is the only part of the website that every single site visitor is going to see. So in this, we're conveying a lot of information. We've got all of our content here. We've got our main call to action in green, which is get a project bid. We can also play our reel here. And then we've got important data points, 5-star reviews, how many homes built, America's #1 materials distributor. So we're getting a lot done in this hero section without overwhelming people. And the #1 way that we're able to do this without overwhelming or making it just seem like there's too much packed into a short space is using great visual hierarchy. So when I talk about hierarchy, that means using different sizes and colors to draw your attention to the most important parts of the website. And so Erik does a very great job by having a very stark difference between the main header and the subtext. You can tell it's very big and bold, and then very small text. Of course, utilizing the very bold lime green color for our main calls to action. And then another really great example of this hierarchy is down here below. So of course, different sizes for our fonts. We're also using different font colors, and then we're using very simplistic and colored bullets to break up that text and highlight different parts of that content. Now, I love the secondary call to action button color is orange. This way we don't get that confused with what it is that we want people to do and the action that we want them to take. And then I thought this was really fun, taking this super bold and large font that is overflowing outside of the canvas, a really unique touch. And I imagine this as you're scrolling, or maybe just as you're resting on this part of the website, that those are slightly moving left to right. And then finally, I really enjoyed this testimonial section. It's a very safe layout and design, but I think it works really well. I love that he changed up the background color to this blue, and then we of course have our images for the different testimonials. Overall, a really fantastic job with this. And the final thing that I will say when people are asking me, okay, Peyton, why did this design win among all of the others? And the simple answer is, as my team and I were going through and grading these, picking our favorites, this was one that stood out to us most as one that would convert the best. It had everything that we were looking for in terms of simplistic and professional design. It had that rugged feel, great hierarchy, but at the end of the day, the content was laid out in a really clear way that we feel like this would convert the best. So again, great job and congratulations to those 4 winners. I'm really excited about this next month's challenge to see what everyone creates. Now, if you're interested in joining Paint Pro, what you can do is you can go to paintpro.com, or you can click the link down in the description. We open enrollment every 3 months. So if enrollment's not open right now, you can join the wait list. And if you join the wait list right now, there are a few awesome bonuses that you can reserve for when enrollment opens. So click the link down below or comment any questions that you might have, and we will look forward to catching you in the next video.